important are rest and self-care to you? How much do you prioritize that? Oprah Winfrey has stated, rest and self-care are so important. When you take time to replenish your spirit, it allows you to serve others from the overflow. Kitty, not her real name, stared at the half-dead poinsettia wilting on her dining room table. Heaps of pine needles still clung to the rug like unwanted memories. It was 3 days after New Year's, and her once festive apartment now felt like a drained battery. The breakup text from Jackson still lingered in her phone, unopened but screaming at her. Her family had left town, but their criticism echoed louder than their laughter had. She had taken on 3 last-minute design projects before Christmas to help everyone out. But the only things depleted now was her own body, mind, and soul. 37 years old, single, self-employed, and utterly burnt out. Why do the holidays hurt more than we admit? Have you ever felt down and burnt out like Kitty? I certainly have. You are not alone if you felt that way. As a matter of fact, a recent survey from the American Psychological Association found that 38% of women report increased stress during the holidays, often due to family obligations, financial pressure, and emotional triggers. But few people talk about the soul-level exhaustion that comes afterwards. We tell ourselves to push through, to keep giving, to serve, and to smile. But at what cost? If you don't slow down, you risk more than just a few sleepless nights. You risk losing your connection to God, your joy, and your sense of self. Kitty's wake-up moment wasn't grand. It was quiet. She was rearranging a client's living room, already 2 hours past her limit, when she paused. The sun shone on a cross that hung on the far wall. Her heart cracked open. What if I stopped proving my worth through doing, she thought. She went home, turned off her phone, and sat with a hot cup of tea and Psalm 23. That was the beginning. This created a sacred path back to peace for Kitty. Her healing didn't come from a new planner or productivity hack. It came from returning to love, humility, trust, and surrender to God, the bedrock of the sacred feminine. Here's how she did it and how you can too. 1, set boundaries with grace, not guilt. Kitty's family expected her to host every year, buy the gifts, and still be emotionally available. This time, she sent a kind but clear email. I love you. I am not available to host this year. Let's do something simple instead. Setting boundaries isn't a rejection, it's a return to sanity. Can you relate to that? Where do you need to draw a loving line in your life right now? 2, slow down and be mindful. Kitty began walking in the early morning with just her breath, her steps, and her prayers. She noticed the frost on leaves, the rise and fall of her breath, and God's whisper between her thoughts. Mindfulness is not a luxury. It is a spiritual necessity. When was the last time you slowed down enough to feel your own heartbeat and become mindful of the little things around you? 3, rejoice in the God power that's found within you. Kitty stopped seeking external validation from work, from family, from her ex. Started rejoicing in her identity as God's beloved daughter. She wrote affirmations from scripture on sticky notes and placed them on her mirror and her computer monitor. Each morning, she repeated, I am lovingly and wonderfully made. Have you remembered lately who you are in God's eyes? 4, honor family without enabling toxicity. Love doesn't always mean saying yes. Kitty visited her mom, listened with compassion, and didn't take on her burdens. She learned to bless her family without betraying herself. How can you honor your family without sacrificing your peace? Here are 3 common mistakes that women often make after the holidays. Mistake number 1, thinking burnout is just a part of the season. No, burnout is not normal. It's not holy. Your body and mind and soul were not made to run on empty. Mistake number 2, believing boundaries make you selfish. Oh no. Boundaries are the language of self-respect. Jesus himself withdrew often to pray and restore. Mistake number 3, trying to fix everything through overwork. Like Kitty, many of us use productivity to mask our pain, but the sacred feminine doesn't hustle, it heals. You deserve more than survival. If Kitty's story sounds familiar, take heart. Her transformation didn't happen all at once. It began the moment she said yes to healing and no to overfunctioning. She reclaimed her time, her peace, her connection to the divine, and so can you. Surviving to thriving, your journey to resilience and empowerment. Are you ready to transform your exhaustion into sacred energy? In my comprehensive course, Surviving to Thriving, you'll learn how to rewire your nervous system through soul-aligned self-care, set boundaries rooted in faith and grace, heal from trauma without abandoning your loved ones or your dreams. You don't have to keep surviving. You can start thriving. I love sharing and watching people change and grow. As my work continues to evolve, I have made some changes in the structure and price of my offerings so that they reflect the depth of support I provide and remain sustainable. My program has been updated. Changes have taken effect on January 1st, 2026. There's no urgency here. If you've been feeling curious or called to work together, you're welcome to message me. Mostly, I want to model what alignment looks like, listening, adjusting, and honoring capacity. Thank you for being here. Please share with women that you know who would benefit from this message. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please like and share with your friends.